Yeah, and we're being very timely because none other than Mr. Nory Fussell is in here now. He's got a big thing going on. It's called Open Book, and he's here to tell us about it and encourage your participation in this project. I hope it's okay to call it a project.
It is a project.
It's an endeavor.
Yes, it's all of the above.
It's an undertaking.
And I like what you just said. You just, a few minutes ago, asked me if I had fear about it, and it's like, no, I don't think I really, it's like what you were saying about driving. I don't really want to have the time for fear. It's, let's just go do this. Let's do this. What I'm doing, what is happening is Tomes, the bookstore down there on Maltman Drive, right next to Sierra Mountain Coffee Roasters, has become the open book. And Eric Tome has retired into his garden and into whatever smiling things he can get into. And so I'm the new guy there. I have people coming in going, oh, why are you doing this? Well, I'm doing it because it's a great place. It's one of my hangouts. Love the coffee, love the community, love the people who come there and hang and chat, and love books, of course. But also, I love the venue. To play music there, there's just a real good feeling, the old coffee house kind of feeling to it, but it's a little bigger than your old classic coffee house place.
You can get lost in canyons of books that are in large wooden bookshelves, so it's a wonderful place to wander.
Yeah, and those bookshelves are on wheels, so they roll aside.
Okay.
And what I want to do there is, I mean, we have concerts there, and we roll them to the side so that you've got the side walls and the back wall, all bookshelves. But what I want to do is I want to elevate the stage, build an elevated stage, and then a couple of side panels that during the daytime will hang art. So we have local artists hanging their stuff, but in the evenings they're on the sides of the stage, and then behind those panels and all curtained back there, all those bookshelves will be. So that when you're watching a show there, you'll have the classic dark backdrop curtains, and you can really see the musicians and what they're doing, what they're playing, because against the backdrop of bookshelves, it's kind of busy, it's kind of, you get visually lost there, especially when it's on film. So I want to create that space to be a little bit more of a classic venue, and with all those bookshelves out of the way, we can, seat up to 80 people there, which is pretty surprising.
And Nory, what do you know about live music? I mean, what makes you knowledgeable in that area?
Live music. Bathrooms, bathtubs. I've been singing in the shower since I was a kid. Yeah.
Are you going to be demure? Come on. Nory has albums out. He plays locally frequently. He collaborates with other people, and has been playing music in the air for several years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And going through all the changes that an artist and a musician goes through with styles, guitar work, backup vocals, everything.
Last year I finished my first all original music CD, and we did it in the studio with Luke Wilson producing, and Murray Campbell's on it, and Charlie Faber and Ann Meggs, and who else? I know
there's no one left.
Anyway, yeah, right. It was great. It was a lot of fun, and it took me a while to. Now, when I don't listen to it for 2 or 3 weeks, and I come back to it, I'm like, God, that stuff's really good. So anyway, I am enjoying having that out there and getting feedback from people that they really like the songs and makes them happy. So yeah, that's another hat I wear.
Well, it's another hat you wear, and it's something you have a passion for. So that what you're talking about, you'd like to create with the open book, is an open door for local artists, local performers to come by. And I would imagine, besides music, people may want to just read some poetry. And
there's poetry. There's been town hall meetings there. I'm looking forward to having town hall meetings. I'm looking forward to having the occasional learning lunch where during lunchtime somebody comes in and does almost like a TED Talk kind of a thing. And another activity that I'm really excited about is the Council of Elders. We did this twice, maybe 10 years ago, and it's just a phenomenal event in my estimation of having 5 or 6 elders on the stage and a really good moderator asking the questions and then just letting them tell their stories. And I don't know, it's magic. It's really magic.
Do you have to have what is it called, a Medicare card to be one of the elders?
More than that.
More than that.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was more.
Yeah, more than that. I think octogenarians and above.
Well, nothing could be better than that.
Yeah.
Boy,
So
you're passing the stories along.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's one of the many things that I look forward to doing there.
How are the listeners, how can they get involved? Because you're encouraging involvement from folks. And let's give them the address again, because not everybody who's listening in Panama and Brazil knows where Tom's Books is.
Yeah, well, the open book is now at 671 Maltman Drive in Grass Valley, which is right next to Sierra Mountain Coffee Roasters. And for people who don't know where either of those two businesses, most people know where Weiss Brothers Nursery is.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a collaborative effort that I'm doing here. So I'm getting a lot of help from people that are lending me their skills. Like Tisha Clark's been helping me enormously with the internet and all of my web needs, and helping me launch this Indiegogo campaign, which I'm putting out there to the community that this is a community asset. I think that it's kind of an iconic place for Nevada County. There's a lot of people who come there and just meet there and hang for hours and just talk with each other. And along with all the concerts and all the other activities, it's a community place. So I'm asking the community to help out with this Indiegogo campaign to raise the funds to make all these changes, to build a stage, to get the curtains right, to get the lighting right for a better venue, and the sound system, just to make the improvements that we want to make. So I'm asking for help with that. And if you're interested in helping this project out, this open book project, you can go to the Indiegogo website.
Would you spell that for us?
INDIEGOGO.
Okay.
And once you're there, click on their small business, and then you'll see my logo, the open book. And you can go to my campaign, and there you can click on the Contribute Now button. And I'll tell you, every little bit helps. Yeah.
We know that. We are supported by the community as well. So, yes. Yeah. What an opportunity. It's opportunities for so many different people and performers. Now, is the venue still a bookstore, coffee shop?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's primarily a bookstore.
That would be, a lot of people would be magnetized towards that situation.
It's primarily a bookstore, and I'm going in there. Eric has had this place for quite a few years, and he is the classic Nevada County bibliophile. So he's got some books in there that are just absolute classics and relics, and some things that I just feel like, well, I want to upgrade a little bit. So I'm weeding through a lot of the books and bringing the inventory down by about 25% to make room for the stuff I want to bring in, which is more contemporary literature and books on spirituality, and just kind of, spice it up a little bit. And it needs that, and I'm not saying anything. Eric really supports me in what I'm doing. It feels really good to have that. Everyone I've talked to so far really is supportive and if not beyond supportive, collaborative with what I'm doing. So it feels like a really good thing. And like I say, this is a community hub. I'm certainly not doing it as a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a place for me to again, be of service in the community and be a steward of this asset, this place, this community hub. So. Yes,
and Nory, you're already a well-known artist and a well-loved person in your own person. So, you're the magnetism, the drawing, the interest, it sure has a good foot in the door in that way. Yeah. Indiegogo, now that's one I haven't heard of. So that's an opportunity for people to go online and donate finances to help support.
Yes, crowdfunding.
Artists, everybody. Actually, you're creating a venue for people to express themselves, whether they be elders or musicians or poets or.
Right, and we'll be having a regular open mic too, so people of all ages can come and check out how their stuff feels in public. And open mics. I did that open mic last year at Summer Times for about 8 months, and it's so much fun when you have a place like this where people want to come and listen It's not a bar. It's not a restaurant. People are coming there to listen. And so it's a wonderful place for concerts. It's to have live music because the books not only absorb sound, but they also add everything that a good book adds just to its environment.
When I've gone in there, I immediately feel smarter.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of the first things about being smarter is I don't talk much. I just hang out and just imagine being smarter. Well, Nory, gosh, Indiegogo, and let's give them a phone number, please.
Okay. The phone number at the Open Book is 273-4002. And if you go to the Indiegogo site, it's actually, there is a URL, but it's pretty drawn out. Indiegogo, go to their small businesses and click on the Open Book, and you'll find it there. Indiegogo.com, projects, the Open Book. So, yeah, that's it'll be a really great help. Every little bit counts, as you well know here at KVMR, and I
can't think of a musician I've ever had on my radio program in the last 35 years who didn't start at open mic. And also I do the community calendar here, and I've seen several people come in who are nervous about talking on the radio, and you can see that once it's done and once they do it, wow, what a breakthrough. And everything's changed from then on. They don't have that shyness. They're not worried. And you're offering an opportunity for people to do that in all sorts of ways.
It's been amazing to have people come in for the first time, step up in front of a mic for the first time, and then get the feedback that they get from the people who are there to listen.
Yes.
It's very supportive. God, I remember being a DJ here at KVMR back in the early days. I was nervous every week when I would come in to do my show. I was just like, the microphone, oh my God. And, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on this endeavor, Nory.
Yeah.
And if you're driving or doing something that, you can't really write anything down, I've copied Nory's number down if you want to take part in the Open Book in that way and actually talking to him and saying, what can I do? And tell me again about Indiegogo and all of that.
Yeah. So Indiegogo.com, projects, the Open Book. And there's a little red button on the Open Book page that says Contribute Now. But first, before you contribute, you want to watch the video, and there'll be another video up next week. We have a second video that has a lot of local Nevada County, I don't want to say luminaries, but a lot of good people expressing their support for the Open Book. Like I say, I'm getting a lot of support for what I'm doing, and people want to be involved. People want to see this happen. And I want to see it happen because, like I said, I've been a patron there for many, many years, and it's kind of an iconic place for me. And I know it's on many people's daily stop for lunch. So,
one of the finest ways us humans in all our sophistication and cool electronics and little things that do this and that very, very quickly, it really, to me, in my opinion, not that necessarily at KVMR's management or staff, is that listening to the stories of the elders, and I have to include very young children as elders as well, just spending the time to stop and just listen to what they have to say, it will elevate you to heights you may have never experienced before. So great excitement.
Can I tell you one more story?
Oh, do.
Yeah, I had a couple in there helping me sort and categorize. Well, actually, they were there to watch the store while I went off and did my massage work, And before I left, they said, what can we do? I said, just mind the store. Just sell books. No, we want a job. What can we do? So I said, well, you can alphabetize. Eric had a 40% off sale for the month before. Alphabetize or categorize, put all the Africa books together, all the Argentina books together. So, okay, yeah, we can do that. And I went off and did my thing. And when I returned, they were both sitting at their stations where they were doing this alphabetizing, but both of them had their noses in a book, like turning pages. And I said, this happens to me. I'll be looking just at that book, and then one will grab my attention, and it's just a fascinating place to be with all these books. I've been spending hours a day, every day there for the last 2 weeks. I'm not burned out yet.
Well,
I'm really digging it.
So much.
Yeah.
So much to draw from.
And if you don't have if you don't want to call and leave a message, there's one more way to get a hold of me to to support this project, and that's my email. So I'll give that too. It's NORY, the number 4, so that it reads Nory for you at sbcglobal.net.
All right.
So I hope you'll call and email and internet and all this stuff to show your support.
I would say go over to the open book and sniff around, take a look and see what you see in the corners, check for cobwebs and stuff, and
that's the best.
Become a part of this creation. It's once again this wild and wonderful community we live in. We just seem to be able to reach out and support one another in such fine ways.
Yeah, that's a great place, and so is the open book. So come on by, buy a book. I'd love to talk with you. Come on by and support this. Be part of it.
Okay, Nory, see you again soon.
All right. Thanks, Hap.
You're welcome.